One man died after his vehicle got stuck in high water in North Dallas.
The conditions there were just so dangerous, a rescue team could not get into the water right away. Peyton May live near 635 and Park Central Drive in North Dallas with the updates. Peyton, good morning.
Yes, Paige, we know one driver of one of the vehicles did die in this flood. We want to give you a look because crews are currently moving the vehicles right now. There were two cars involved here, one in the middle of the road on Park Central and then another right under the bridge. That vehicle under the bridge was more difficult for rescue teams to get to because of high water levels. Crews, again, are still on scene here. Our Fox 4 photographer, Terry Vansicle, spoke with a man earlier this morning who said his car was stuck, but he was able to get out and swim to safety. As for the other car that was submerged here as well, the current was so strong it limited search efforts, and crews had to wait on water levels to go down before finding that one adult male inside the vehicle who died. Dallas Fire Rescue says a team responded to the incident a little after midnight. Someone called 911 saying they were stuck in high water on Park Central Drive underneath the Interstate 635 bridge. Now, throughout the early morning, crews searched the waters on rescue boats. The National Weather Service says it's not safe to walk or drive into high waters, which is, again, why you hear this saying, turn around, don't drown. We will update you when we learn more information here. Reporting live in Dallas, I'm Peyton May for Good Day.
A shooting over Memorial Day weekend at a home in Corsicana nearly took the life of a teenager and her unborn child. The expectant mom is in the hospital now in Dallas. Her family is pleading for anybody with information to please contact police. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is at Parkland Hospital where that young woman and her unborn child is with more. Alex.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. 17-year-old Melina Gonzalez continues to recover here at Parkland Hospital. Her mother tells me that she does remain in the ICU, but does continue to improve slowly. Gonzalez, who is 6 months pregnant, was shot once in the stomach while enjoying a Memorial Day celebration with her family, and that bullet barely missed the unborn child. It's been an exhausting 10 days for Gabrielle Gonzalez and the rest of her family.
Night times are the worst, because I'll just lay there and I just look at her, and I feel helpless.
Her 17-year-old daughter, Melina Gonzalez, is in the ICU at Parkland Hospital in Dallas. The expectant mother was shot while enjoying a barbecue in the front yard of her family's home in Corsicana over Memorial Day weekend.
It's the scariest moment of my life, just sitting my daughter on the floor bleeding and turning pale and just not knowing what's going to happen.
Gonzalez said earlier in the day the family noticed who she described as two young boys wearing hoodies walk by and look in their direction.
It's kind of odd, it's 90 degrees outside and they're wearing hoodies and they're looking back and they keep staring, at us.
They didn't think much of it. A short time later, the duo reportedly returned and shot towards the house. Melina, who was sitting on a chair by the front door, was shot in the stomach. Her mom says that same bullet exited her daughter's body and went into her friend's arm, who was sitting next to her.
I don't wish this on anyone. Not even my worst enemy.
Gonzalez says doctors had to remove her daughter's gallbladder. Her liver, colon, and pancreas have suffered damage as a result of the bullet. She's also on a feeding tube. Thankfully, the baby boy wasn't hurt.
The OBGYN team has been awesome. They come in twice a day. The heartbeat's been right on point. She has felt and moved.
And as Melina continues to recover, the family wants answers.
Scared, very scared for Melina and the baby. Now I'm at a very angry stage. I know somebody out there knows something.
How would you feel? Someone needs to speak up. They know something. I want them to pay for what they did to her.
And Gonzalez tells me she doesn't know what the motive for the shooting is. Meanwhile, she says there's also no word on when her daughter could be discharged from Parkland. I did reach out to Corsicana PD to try to get an update on the investigation or get an interview with the chief about what is happening in terms of this investigation. But as of this hour, have not yet heard back. Of course, anyone with information is asked to contact the Corsicana Police Department, and you can remain anonymous. Steve, back to you.
All right, this is Alex Boyer right outside Parkland Hospital tonight. Alex, thank you.
Kaufman County Sheriff Brian Beavers is telling how it happened today, how fugitive Trevor McEwen, on the run
for nearly a month, was captured cowering underneath his grandmother's home in Van Zandt County. Fox 4 Stephen Dial talked with the Kaufman County Sheriff today, and Sean joins us live. Sean.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the sheriff, with about 30 law enforcement from several different agencies, local, state, federal, converged on that house in Van Zandt County around 11 o'clock Sunday night. More than 5 hours later, McEwen with mud on his body and on his clothes, literally after being pulled out of his hiding hole in his 90-year-old grandmother's house.
And I'm feeling great. You know, it's a good day, a good collaboration of law enforcement, and we put the person we needed in jail.
That person, Trevor McEwen, who was captured Monday morning after 28 days on the run, pulled out of this hole in the floor at his grandmother's house in Van Zandt County.
At the end of the day, this is old-fashioned law enforcement, boots on the ground.
For nearly a month, local, state, and federal departments have been searching for McEwen, charged with capital murder of Aaron Martinez, his neighbor in Kaufman County. He was to go to trial May 5th. That's when he cut off an ankle monitor and took off. Sheriff Brian Beaver says they got some intel on where he was, then got a search warrant.
We got our team together and we went over and executed it. Took us a little longer than what we want. He didn't want to come out, so we talked and talked, surrounded and talked, and then finally used a little tear gas. Then we couldn't find him. Still couldn't find him. Then we went and boots on the ground inside the house, and then we found a scuttle hole in the bottom that he's cut into the floor. So then we got a little negotiation with him, a little tear gas, and he decided to come on out.
The Martinez family, fearful while McEwen was free, moved out of their home to Houston until they got word Monday from Sheriff Beavers that the man accused of killing their loved one was in his jail.
This person, you know, has done something very heinous and needs to be put in jail, and the Martinez family needs justice. And, you know, finally, we've got him in custody. I think he's going to get to see justice.
And the date for the trial now is set to begin in August for Trevor McEwen. Back to you.
Sean Rabb live in Kaufman County. Sean, thank you. President Trump wants his budget bill containing tax breaks and spending cuts on his desk by the 4th of July. He's been calling Republican senators one by one to make sure they're all on board, but some are not. Fox's Chad Pergram reports from Capitol Hill.
The president's top allies torching the big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk calling it, quote, outrageous and a disgusting abomination, shaming those who voted yes, writing, you know you did wrong. Top Republicans exasperated with Musk.
But for him to come out and pan the whole bill is to be just very disappointing, very surprising.
Democrats seizing on the opposition.
If even Elon Musk, who's been part of the whole process and is Trump's buddy, says the bill is bad, you can imagine how bad this bill is.
The White House and Senate Republicans sticking to the legislation.
The president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion.
We have a difference of opinion. He's entitled to that opinion. We're going to proceed.
However, not all Senate Republicans are on board. Republican Kentucky Senator Rand Paul opposes the bill because it hikes the debt limit. President Trump scolded Paul, accusing him of having, quote, little understanding of the bill, declaring he loves voting no on everything.
I would say that's not actually true. I would say that I've been pretty consistent in my time in the Senate at being opposed to deficit spending.
And while there's GOP division, Democrats are torn about their own party's promise to fight the bill.
Somebody has to define what's fighting, because it comes down to democracy. They have 53, we have 47. Anything more than that just says, often becomes performative.
It's unclear if Musk could deliver a TKO to the bill. But in this fight club, Musk's opposition is the main event. Resistance from Democrats is just the undercard. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
The Trump administration says America's trade partners have until tomorrow to submit their trade proposals. The pause on reciprocal tariffs is set to expire in July. Dozens of deals are expected to be worked out by then. The most complex is the deal with China. A tentative deal with that country is shaky after President Trump accused it of violating the deal.